Hi everybody, I want to say thanks for looking at my listing, and more importantly, thanks for taking a moment to watch my video. I think video tells a story about a car way more than any amount of pictures ever can. And be prepared, I'm going to go through this car very comprehensively, and you're going to get a good idea of how everything on this car works and the condition that it is in. As you can see, the paint and body are very good. No major dents, not even really a lot of small dings or anything. It does have factory chrome wheels. So you can see in the rear, 4-wheel disc anti-lock brakes. Let's take a look inside. All of the door panels are in good shape. The leather interior also in very good shape. The passenger seat looks barely used. Let me see if I can get a good shot of the headliner. The headlining fabric's in good shape, and as you can see there's a full panoramic sunroof, which I will demonstrate in this video. Also, take note, it does have rear air conditioning. Okay, this has the keyless entry with the remote fob. That locks it, that arms it, that unlocks the driver's door, the double unlocks all the doors. And of course, once you are outside of the vehicle with this in your pocket, you can just press this button once to lock, once to unlock. Okay? It's even got the little red lighting in the rocker panel. Now, I have a beautiful set of brand new super heavy duty floor mats in the trunk that I will include, but I wanted to film it showing that the carpet is in good shape, because a lot of people mask the condition of the carpet with floor mats, but I'm giving you floor mats to protect what is already a good carpet. Even the center console lid is not worn the way so many are from the person's right elbow. That's a really common problem on almost every car. This is the beautiful glass panoramic sunroof. It does not leak a drop. I've driven it through car washes. I do not get a drop on me. It's got a nice interactive keyboard, dashboard. And I'm going to go ahead and just put my finger on the button now. Notice that my foot's not even on the gas, but I do have to put my foot on the brake to get the car to start. And it just starts like that every time. No hesitation, no long starts, no difficulty whatsoever. The stereo works great. Are you tired of plumbing prices that break the bank? It's got steering wheel controls. It's even got a CD. It's got a clock. The air conditioning works fantastic, so does the heat. Let me turn the radio off. It does have Bluetooth. It also, as you can see here, has onboard mapping. Of course, everyone has that in their phone nowadays, but it is sometimes nice to have it right there in front of you so you don't have to look at your phone if you are a little bit lost. Okay, let's go through the windows. There's the driver window. And these windows have a great tint to them. So in the hot Vegas sun, you're not going to get blinded by it. They're nice and dark, but you can still see. You can still see out them rather well, but people cannot see in them very well at all. And let's go ahead and do the fourth window behind me. So all 4 windows not only work, but operate without a hitch. No hesitation. No shuttering, no slow operation anywhere along the travel in all 8 directions. Now, let's go ahead and do the mirrors. So there's left, right, up, down. Same here. Left, right, up, and down. Okay, I promised you a sunroof demonstration. So that's the inner thing, and you can stop there, or you can just let the whole thing open. And it's real nice. And it closes just fine. Okay, take a look at the idle. I want you to see that that needle has absolutely no flutter, no deviation in it whatsoever. Incredibly smooth idle. These have really, really nice dashboards on them. And it's got a full set of controls here. Of course, many, many controls here. I'm not going to go through all of them. I also want you to note that the visors, let me see if I can get some better light on this. The visors here are in really good shape. You know, a lot of people ignore or overlook the importance of good visors, but you want visors that snap up like that. You don't want fabric hanging in your face. You don't want a visor that kind of hangs like that, or even worse, one that stays like that. These are in great, great shape. Okay, let's take a look under the hood. Okay, so this is, of course, the Turbo. Do not confuse the Turbo with the regular model. They are completely different animals in terms of performance. But the nice thing is even though these turbos are much faster, not a little bit faster, but much faster than their naturally aspirated counterparts, they do not use more gas. It's the one of the rare examples of a free lunch. They get great gas mileage, these cars. So as you can see, the oil is still amber and translucent, but most importantly, there's no bubbles. Whenever you look at a car, whether it's this one or any other car, you always want to look for bubbles on the end of that oil dipstick, because if you've got bubbles, that means water's getting in the oil. That means you got a head gasket problem, and that's real common to many, many cars in our hot desert climate. So always check that. This is an Optima red top battery, very expensive battery. I also want you to note that that belt, serpentine belt, is in good shape. And speaking of belts, I want to categorically state that these vehicles do not have those idiotic timing belts that so many four-cylinder vehicles have. It's a horrible idea. It never should have been invented, and it's just asking for trouble. It's a terrible, terrible design, but these do not have them. They have real timing chains, so you don't have to worry about a 60,000 or 70,000 or 90,000 mile timing belt change. Doesn't exist on this car. Okay. The other thing I forgot to show you is the power locks. Okay, so that's locked, that's unlocked, that's locked, that's unlocked, that's unlocked, that's locked and unlocked, and same thing back here. Okay, so to be clear, all 4 power windows work in all 8 directions. All 4 power locks work in all 8 states. Both power mirrors work in all 8 directions. The sunroof works. The air conditioning's ice cold. The heat is very, very hot. Absolutely every single thing on this car works to the best of my knowledge. Now, let's go for a drive. Okay, when this light turns green, we're going to do a little 0 to 60 demonstration. And here we go. That's 60. And that's 80. This car is very, very, very fast, and the acceleration is very, very smooth. I'm going to go ahead and take this on the freeway purely for purposes of cruise control demonstration. Okay, so we got the cruise control set at 70 miles an hour on the nose. You can see, well, it's hard to see because it's dark in here, but you see the cruise is set. I was going to show you that my foot's not on the gas. Well, there you can see my foot's not on the gas. And the car just drives great. Smooth, smooth, smooth. I've driven this thing to Arizona back and forth 3 times, California a couple of times, and you just put it on cruise and it just, it's a joy to drive. These are really, really nice, well-designed cars. They're very stylish. The Kia Optima, of course, is the sister car to the Hyundai Sonata, much in the way that the Camaros and Firebirds are the same vehicle. with just different badging. However, the Kia Optima is a much better looking, much sportier, much sleeker, more styled car than the Hyundai Sonata. I like the Hyundai Sonata, don't get me wrong, but these are even better. And of course, the turbos are really not impossible, obviously, but difficult to find. And they cannot be compared in terms of performance and value to the regular ones. You may have noticed that when I opened the hood and checked the oil, that I did not check the transmission fluid. Reason being, these are sealed transmissions. Now, normally I'm not a huge fan of sealed transmissions. However, in this case, this particular generation of Sonata and Optima transmissions, specifically 2011 to 2014, are some of the best transmissions ever made anywhere. They are absolutely amazing. They are known to go well over 300,000 miles. In some cases, they go to 400,000 miles. With no fluid changes, no maintenance, they're absolutely astounding. First of all, you can look this up, and second of all, if you call, any wrecking yard, they will always have these transmissions available because people don't buy them, because they don't go out. Unfortunately, the same thing cannot be said for the same generation of Hyundai Elantra and Kia Rio transmissions. They tend to go out at about 140,000 or sooner. No, not much sooner, about 140. But and they're known for that. But the ones they put in these cars are absolutely amazing transmissions. Anyway, thank you for watching and giving me your time, and I can't wait to meet you. I think you are going to love this vehicle. Oh, another thing I thought you'd like to see is this thing has the average fuel economy. As you can see here, it's 27.6. These do get really good mileage, and on the highway they're phenomenal, well over 30 or right at 30. And that's moving pretty fast too. They're very, very, very inexpensive cars to own, and really, really reliable. Very, very low maintenance.